Yo, peace, what it do? This your man back again. Stuck in this truck picking up a load. You know how it is. Sometimes life is put on hold for you. That's just how it is. Anyway, though, I'd like to tell you a little story about how I ended up becoming a truck driver. It ain't really a funny story. It's a real story. You know what I'm saying? Basically, a story about how I saved my life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And first of all, let me give a shout out to all the hustlers and the players out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing what you're doing. But I'm telling you, the moment you feel guilty about what you're doing, you better walk away from the game. Because that's when you're going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to end up getting knocked. You might end up getting killed. Or somebody close to you might end up dying. So if you got any kind of guilt about what you doing it, or as they used to say back in the 80s, if you got any shame in your game, don't do it. I'm telling you, walk away. But anyway, let me tell you about how I got in my situation. And it was about back in the early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm grinding, and you know, I had just got sick. I mean, I was running in and out the hospital for about a month. And in the process of why I was running in and out of the hospital, you know what I'm saying, I'm buying properties and trying to fix them up and flip them. So I invested in this property on the east side, where I end up living at. You know, I was only supposed to be there temporarily. That was supposed to be a flip spot. But anyway, I ended up over there. And when we got there, you know what I'm saying, I'm balling, you know what I'm saying, I'm working them streets, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting it like you're supposed to get it. So we say, forget this, you know what I'm saying, we gonna move in this place, you know what I'm saying, we gonna put all new furniture, all new everything up in here, washer, dryer, stove, refrigerator, and then plus I had to do some work myself on it. So we spent a good lump sum of money. But, you know, in the process, man, just one of them bad, you know what I'm saying, things happen. You know what I'm saying? In the game changes on you. It don't really love you. It just like working with you. That's the game. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, things got bad, man, and, you know, I got down to just a 4.5 chunk. That's all I could work with. And I wasn't grateful about that. So then what happened then? That money got messed up. So now I got to the point to where I could only get a split. And if you ain't really from Toledo, you don't really know the streets, you really don't know what I'm saying, so you might as well click off. But anyway, I had to get a split. So now, in my mind, I'm like, man, this is the end of the road. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on and get this doggone split and go on twist this bad boy, you know what I'm saying, and hope to come back, you know what I'm saying, with 3 and a quake. So now, my boy Chi-Town, rest in peace, brother. Chi-Town had my Pyrex. So I'm like, oh man, I ain't got no time to be running him down. Let me go pick up me a Pyrex from the store. So I go pick up a bullshit Pyrex that's something I'm not used to messing with. Now, I'm talking to my people. I'm like, the only thing that could go wrong is if this pot break. That's the only thing that can go wrong. Other than that, I'm bubbling back up. I'm going to be back up on my feet. So the whole time while I'm putting this work together, you know what I'm saying, I got one of the meanest whip games. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Anyway, I'm putting this work together. The whole time in my mind, I'm repeating this mantra. I'm saying to myself, I said, just don't let the pot break. Don't let the pot break. Don't let the pot break. So now I get to the cooling process. Crack, pop! The damn pot break. Now I'm at the end of my money. The pot break, this is like one of them do or die moves. The pot break. glass everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I'm scrambling. I'm like, oh man, I grabbed a dish rag, throw it down up in the sink. I'm trying to stop everything from going down, so everything is getting caught up in this dish rag, mixed in with the glass, you know, and some of it was just lost. I couldn't recoup. So I get it all. I get back what I can. By the time, you know, things harden up, you know, the weight, you know, I missed a lot. I lost a lot. And the weight that I thought I had, it had glass locked up in it. So that weight was 42. So I had less than what I thought. So I'm like, man, I seen this before. See, when things getting ready to start going for you, before you get knocked real bad or things go real bad for you, there's a series of events that occur. It's like something trying to tell you, all right, now you about to run into this wall. So I'm trying to prepare you or tell you to get on out the way until they finish tearing down this wall and you can continue doing what you're doing. I kept going. But when that pot broke, I had to shut it down. Now, I hope you're listening to what I'm saying. Now, normally, because see, I've always studied. You know what I'm saying? The metaphysical thing, I'm rolling with that. That's just in my DNA. That's who and what I am. See, now remember what I was saying. I told you, I kept saying this mantra to myself. Don't let the pot break. Don't let the pot break. Don't let the pot break. Man, the subconscious mind, it's an elusive creature also, just like the mind. The subconscious mind played me like this here, like it didn't hear the don't let the pot let the pot break. All it heard was pot break. So the subconscious mind was like, sure, you want the pot to break? Sure. Pow! You see, I could say that, no, this is some bad luck. You know what I'm saying? But no, it wasn't no bad luck. It was bad thinking. I did that. But anyway, I salvaged what I could about the game. Took my little money and said, you know what? I got back with the money I got. I'm looking at my wife, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm going to have to go and do something. So my first instinct was to become a train conductor. I was like, shoot, I got good driver's license. You know, I ain't got no bad record. I'm going to become a train conductor, push them trains. But the class wasn't going to start till November. I got a family. I got to still, you know, make things, you know, meet. I got to make ends meet. So I'm like, oh, man, I can't wait that long. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough because my wife had to go back to work. See, and when you a G, you better pick a G for your woman. Because, see, my wife held it down while I was down. Man, shout out to my wife. Love you, baby. But anyway, man, I had to go into truck driving school. So I took the money that I came up with, you know what I'm saying, off that busted split and gave it to the truck driving school in advance. And like, hey, so whenever your next class starts, I want to be in there and here's the money up front. It wasn't nothing but like, I came back up with like $2,400. Obviously, I must have made more money than that. I don't know because I know I gave them $2,400. So I must have made a little bit more change. But it wasn't, I had to step away from the game because I knew things was about to get shitty for me. You know what I'm saying? The spirit was building that wall. I seen that wall coming, so I got on out the way. But now let me tell you how the spirit of opposition works. Because see, man, no matter, whenever you're trying to do something good, there's going to be a negative force that's going to be coming at you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be coming at you. I call it the spirit of opposition. And it comes in many forms. From your woman to a damn cockroach. That's how it works. This is how the spirit of opposition came at me. I gave the money to the doggone truck driving school. I'm next in line, you know what I'm saying? So I'm about to get my CDL. Bam! I get a letter in the mail. Child support. Now, we need you to pay a total of $2,100 or you going to jail. Get the fuck out of here. That's this thing called life. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go grab that money back from the truck driving school and give it to the child support people to keep my black ass out of jail. Spirit of opposition. Whenever you're doing something, you better lace your gloves up tight because it's coming at you. Don't nothing come easy. Anyway, so I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, I gotta get in this truck driving school. I gotta make this happen because I gotta raise my family. The streets is getting ready to eat me. I ain't want to go back to jacking or B&Es and none of that stuff, and I'm a well-rounded hustler. All right, some things I just didn't want to go back to doing. So it clicked on me in a quiet moment. It clicked. I said, fuck it. You know what? My old lady been getting welfare and food stamps this whole damn time, and I remember the welfare department often say they'll pay for schooling programs to advance you. I said, you know what, fuck it, it's worth a shot. I went to the welfare department, and it's my money anyway. I've been investing in the system all these working years anyway. So I went to them. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm thinking about going to truck driving school. Is there any way you guys can help me with this? The lady said, you know what? I never had anyone ask me that question before. She said, wait right here. So she walked away out the office, gone for probably 5 to 10 minutes, if I can remember. She came back, she said, you know what? There's nothing in the doggone books to say we can't pay for you to go to truck driving school. Voila. I had motherfucking faith that this shit was gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Because I had no choice. And when you rolling in this thing called life, man, you know what I'm saying, you got to keep your game tight. And you got to keep your mind right. Don't be thinking no negative shit about yourself. You're going to screw yourself up. And stay away from suckers. Because sometimes, this is how funny life is. Sometimes you get caught up in somebody else's mess. And you've done it before. You know, like you go in somebody's house and their house is filthy and their house is stinking. You know, it's an invisible spirit. That odor is something you can't see. I mean, you can see the effects of what caused it, but you can't see the odor itself. That odor is floating around through their house, invisible. That odor gets on your clothes and you walk outside that house, that odor is still on you. The odor represents the spirit. See, now you rocking with somebody who's got an ill spirit on them. You rocking with them. And somehow, man, it might be a moment when you ain't got your game tight. You ain't got your shirt tight, guarding yourself. And they spirit creep up on you. So now you end up with the same effects that this fool you messing with. You end up getting the same effect. What was meant for him ends up happening to you. Keep your game tight.